Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Walk Tutorials. I am Koichi, and in this video we are going to go over the new elite enemy slash Hokora Ruler that is going to be the Wielder of Darkness. So going over real quickly into our notices section and to the Hokora section, we are actually going to have information about this particular elite enemy, which I actually have gone over already. So like previous elite enemies and slash Hokora Rulers, it's going to have two Hokora. So pretty much I'm going to be focusing on the level 50 special class Hokora. So all the skills are going to be effective here. So weapon, physical technique, spell, and breath damage. And then the main attributes you want to use here are going to be Dein, Dorma, Jibadia, and Bagi, with Io being the ineffective attribute. Then the status effect used in this particular Hokora is going to be stoned. So for this, definitely protective shield is going to be a big part in this. So for this particular team, since since Dein is going to be its main weakness, I'm going to be using a Dein based team. So it's been a while since I've actually used a Dein team. I can't remember the last time, but this is going to be the Dein team that I'm going to be using, and I think it's going to work out quite well. So here I'm going to have a God Hand equipped with the Demon Dragon Sword. So if you remember, this was in terms of my ranking of weapons for last year, this was actually number 2, mainly because the amount of damage you can actually do with it. So I believe this was the first weapon that actually had the direct hit ability, in which you can actually get even more damage for getting a direct hit on an enemy. So with this, definitely the first strike that you actually do get against this particular enemy, you're actually going to get a gather strength, so you're going to be doing double the damage of whatever you're going to do. So this is actually going to work out quite well for this battle. Then here, this is actually going to be a demon swordsman equipped with the Starry Divine Staff. So with this, the main ability is going to be Starry Hocus Pocus. So this actually does Dein damage to, or Dein spell damage to a single enemy, and then also has an added effect. So that could be healing a character, it could be giving a character a buff, or dealing a little bit of extra damage to the enemy, or even doing almost pretty much 9,999 damage to the enemy. So it's actually random, but actually also you can actually get an effect that actually gives you metal skin, so that will make you invulnerable to pretty much spells, regular attacks, unless if it is a critical hit, then that would actually have an effect on you. Then here, this is going to be a ninja equipped with the Rubis blade. So with this, the effect for this is actually going to be the Blessing of Rubis, and what that does, it increases the chances of you getting your class skill. So in this case, if I have the blessing on, it's going to increase my chances of getting a shadow weave. So definitely that's something that I want to have on for this particular class. Also for this character, I can also have on the Grigum Whip. That actually would work out quite well for this battle. So definitely one of those two weapons would work out quite well. Then of course, for my healer, my high priest, I'm going to have on the angel rod. So in the beginning, if I can actually get it off, I would use a blade dance, but since with my healer, probably for this battle, I definitely want to use protective shield first, mainly because if my healer gets turned to stone, I won't be able to heal. So the only thing that would save me is trying to take down the enemy as fast as possible, mainly because you cannot use items in the level 50 Hokora. So with that said, if you want to know more about this team, you can look down in the video description down below. But now I actually want to go into a battle with this particular enemy, and first actually go over its skills. So here with this right over here, the level 50 Hokora. So again, Wielder of Darkness, this is going to be a zombie type enemy, going to have 130,000 HP. It's actually going to have 3 turns per round, so definitely it's going to have 3. It's not going to have 1, 2, it's going to have 3 every time. So here again, weaknesses, Dein is going to be the main one, followed by Dorma, which probably is going to be the next best one. Jibadia does kind of, I've actually tried it out. It's actually a little bit so-so, but it's possible if you actually follow a strategy. So its strongest ability is going to be Shakunetsu, which is Scorching Heat. That's going to do around 460 meta breath damage to all characters, and this is going to be used when his HP is 50% or under. After that, he's going to have Hagashi Hono, which is Intense Flame. That does around 320 meta breath damage to all enemies. After that, you're going to have Mahiado, which does around 270 Hado spell damage to all characters. Then you're going to have Sekka Kogeki, which is Stone Strike. This is going to do around 290 damage to one character and has a chance to inflict stone. After that, you're going to have Hageshiku Kiriskeru, which is going to be Violent Slash. That's going to do around 180 damage 4 times to random characters. After that, he's going to have a Kaishin Guard, which is a critical hit guard, which is going to lessen the amount of damage taken from critical hits. So, this particular ability, you actually have this on the pirate and also on the ninja. In this case, if you have this on, you only take 70% of the, you only take, I believe 30% of the damage, from the critical hit, so it actually is quite good. So definitely you want to be careful about weapons that do critical hit damage. Then after that, you're going to have Yabukataki, which is Weapon Break. That's going to do about 290 physical damage to one character with a chance of lowering their attack power by 1 rank. After that, he's going to have a regular attack that does around, again, 290 physical damage to one character. So for this battle, Skada is going to be very useful in terms of lessening the physical damage done by the enemy. Then, of course, Protective Shield is going to be very important, especially if you're going to have it on your healer so that they don't get turned to stone. In the case of critical hit guard, again, maybe you want to use weapons that don't necessarily do critical hit damage that often, unless you can actually get the critical hits off before he actually has that on. Then, of course, going to use Gear Souls and Soul Pearls that give you damage and resistances to zombies. So yeah, so with this, my team, I don't think I'm going to have much trouble with this particular battle, so I think I can definitely get through this with no problem. So with that said, here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So in this case, okay, so he's going first. So that, I believe, was a Weapon Break. And there goes Kaishin Guard, so he's protected against critical hits. So here what I'll do is I'm actually going to go ahead and use Protective Shield. And here what I'll do is I will actually go ahead and I will use, let's see, so Magical Awakening. Here I will actually go ahead and use this Gather Strength to see how much damage I can do. So that was actually a critical hit, so only did 6,000 damage there, so not a whole lot. Here I'm going to go ahead and heal. Also for this battle, using Fubaha would actually be pretty good as well. Okay, I missed there. Alright, so here, and speaking of which, you know what? I am going to go ahead and use Fubaha. And here what I'll do is I will actually go ahead use Protective Shield. And going ahead and use Ultra Hustle Dance. And, ooh, okay, good. So here I did actually get a charm, so that's actually going to miss, or he's going to miss. So also with that, since it only works, charms only remove with physical attacks, so this spell attack will be no problem. So 10,000 damage there. Then he's still charmed, so again what I'll do is go ahead and use Fubaha. So there goes his turn right there. So now doing physical damage is fine, but here I'm going to go ahead and use Stemming. And, ooh, okay, let's see how much damage I can do here. Spell crit, 2. 26,000 damage. Nice. Very nice. And there, I wish I actually used a protective shield. Okay. So there. Okay, so there, it also has a weaken as well. That was actually a stone strike, but I protective shield, so I was protected against it. So here, going to go ahead and attack. Only 3,000 damage. So there, only 5,000 damage there. Here, going to go ahead. Attack, let's see how much damage here. So 13,000, that's not bad at all. Here, okay, I got a share. So here, going to share a heal. So pretty much everyone almost at full health. Again with Kaishin Guard. So pretty much this is the game that you're playing with this particular character. So here, what I could try to do is, actually I'm going to go ahead and use Giga Break again. So there, so now if I get a direct hit, that actually will do a lot more damage. So he's now under 50% health, so he's going to use Scorching Heat, which is going to actually do some pretty nasty damage to my characters for breath damage. But since I do have Fubaha on, I should be okay. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and heal here. Possibly get another... Ooh, yep. So got another charm. So probably right there he would have used Scorching Heat. So here what I'll go ahead and do is... going to go ahead and attack. Only 3,000 damage. So here got a God Rage. Let's see what I can get here. So again, 31,000 damage there. So again, that's without a critical hit, but with a direct hit. So that's actually quite important. And they're down. Okay. So the Wielder of Darkness is going to be a yellow soul, and here I got a C. And here I get a D. Okay, so that was my battle against the Wielder of Darkness. So yeah, that battle actually went quite well. So you actually saw the attacks where I did use critical hits. You could really tell just because of the damage that I did to the enemy. But yeah, not taking a whole lot of damage there. But what really helped here, again, like I mentioned, the direct hits. The direct hits is what actually saved my God Hand in terms of doing major damage. So pretty much doing a direct hit without a critical hit. That actually did, let's see, I got over 30,000 damage one turn, and did some other pretty good damage another turn as well. So that actually really did help out. Then also here with the Starry Divine Rod staff, I actually got a critical hit, critical spell crit, and that did like 26,000 damage. So that actually really did help out with lessening or lowering the HP of the Wielder of Darkness. Then here for my ninja with this particular weapon was not doing a whole lot of damage. So there were some critical hits that I did have, which so didn't really do much because the Kaishin Guard. But probably I'm going to say that even with the Blessing of Rubus, I didn't get any Shadow Weaves. So Possibly, I think the Giga Whip might actually be a better weapon for this particular character. So definitely try that out as well. Then, of course, here I'm going to have my High Priest. Definitely was a star in this particular battle. I got 2 charms with the Ultra Hustle Dance. So definitely this rod actually works wonders. This is probably one of the top weapons of this particular year. So definitely this is going to make the cut of definitely going to be in my top 5, possibly top 3. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, so that was the Wielder of Darkness Hokora. So with that said, what I want to do now is actually go over the S grade soul of the Wielder of Darkness. So that is going to be an S grade soul. And it is going to be found, let's see, going to be right here. So this is going to be the Wielder of Darkness S grade soul. So again, going to be a yellow soul. So with this, for most yellow souls, max HP and usually your durability are going to be your biggest stats, but this is actually going to be a bit different. Here it's going to be your max HP and then your strength. So 115 max HP and then 114 strength. So that's actually the highest abilities or the highest scores for the basic stats. Everything else is actually not so not even kind of like, I would say, below average. The durability is actually only 66, so that's actually kind of low for a yellow soul. So pretty much, but the only one next that's higher is going to be your agility, which is going to be 71, which is not that high. But besides that, your abilities here, you're going to have plus 3% to weapon and physical technique skill damage, plus 10% damage to birds, and plus 5% resistances to Dein and EO damage. So that's pretty much it for this particular soul. So going to go ahead and lock this in. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here. In regards to this particular Hokora Ruler, I will probably make at least one more video, probably using a Dein team. I actually might use a non-attribute team in another video, but I think maybe Dorma might be the last. We'll see what happens with some of the results that I get. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.